Okay, so as we have been reporting, the Golden State has taken on the president. From immigration to economics to the future of the Democratic Party, the biggest national battles are playing out right here.
No one breaks it down better than Elex Michaelson, host of The Issue Is, California's most watched political affairs show. Elex, good morning.
I like that intro, Bob. Jen, good morning.
We like to gas you up here in the morning.
We didn't write it, but we do believe it.
Gassing up
That's
is our
right,
specialty.
absolutely. Okay, so Alex, why is Governor Newsom, pushing this lawsuit against the Trump administration? What does this mean for the rest of us?
Well, I mean, if it is successful and the courts basically are able to tell President Trump you can't do what you're doing in terms of tariffs, that would impact the entire world economy and potentially the price of goods for everybody. It's probably going to be a while before we know whether it's successful. In the meantime, it puts Governor Newsom right back in the middle of a national debate, which is where he seems to like to be, despite the fact that he claims that he has no interest of ever running for president, yet seems to be doing everything that indicates the opposite. But there's a real battle going on. President Trump says there's this law that says that I can declare a national emergency, and when I do, I can put tariffs. The governor and the attorney general of California are saying, what emergency? What are you talking about? This is illegal. You can't do this. And it now may be up to the Supreme Court to determine, one, can the president do this? Or two, does California even have the right to sue over this? And that's not exactly clear. We've never seen anything like this before.
Do we expect other states to join in on that at some point?
Probably. I mean, one of the things that was interesting when we interviewed the Attorney General, Rob Bonta of California, a few weeks ago, was he said that all of the Democratic attorneys general are on a joint Zoom call every day coordinating strategy, and they determine which states are going to take the lead on what. At the time, he told me that California was the sort of leader on the immigration issue, so I wouldn't be surprised if other states joined in as well.
Speaking of strategy and how the Democrats are now, trying to push back or trying to find their way. So we had this thing called Coachella over the weekend, right? And week 2 of Coachella happens this coming weekend. Big surprise there, right? Because Bernie Sanders showed up. Bernie Sanders has been drawing huge crowds. He was received very well at Coachella along with AOC. Is this where the Democrats are going now? It's really interesting because there was some reporting this morning that David Hogg, one of the Parkland survivors, who's now the vice chair of the DNC, says, wait a minute, we're going to go after some primaries, some open primaries to get some seats within the Democratic Party that they might think that are like their stable seats. And let's go after this and change the face of the Democratic Party. Is this progressive arm really getting some wind behind their backs right now?
Well, it's interesting. David Hogg is saying that, but the actual chair of the Democratic Party is saying we don't agree with that strategy. And that's part of the challenge here. Bernie Sanders has not been an establishment guy. He's not even a member of the Democratic Party. He ran for president. He's an independent.
That's true.
And so there's this huge fight that we've been seeing playing out for years. I mean, Bernie Sanders drew huge crowds when he came to California back in 2015 and 2016 and 2020 before we had the pandemic. And the party has worked hard behind the scenes to sort of stop Sanders, silence him, and go with more moderates. The question now, will the party double down on the idea that we need a moderate option to go after the Trumpism, or will the progressives finally have their day and win over the Democratic Party? In terms of crowd size, there's no question that Sanders has the numbers, but even here in LA, he came here, 36,000 people, huge crowd. There's still 10 million people in LA County, which means there's a whole lot more voters that may not show up to rallies, but actually vote.
Yeah, I actually heard some people, privately, I heard people talking about it, some mothers saying, I went to go there to go see a concert. I didn't ask to go to a political rally. So there are people who are on the other side as well. All right, it's always great to see you and hear from you, Elex. Of course, you can catch Elex tomorrow night, as there is every Friday night at 10:30 for The Issue Is. And this week's panel brings voices from both sides of the political divide. Legendary Democratic strategist Bob Shrum and GOP strategist Jessica Milan Patterson is going to be with Elex on The Issue Is, along with California Attorney General Rob Bonta. So check it out.